Okay. While the players come in, I might as well throw up the deck lists so people can see what we're playing with here today, and I can acquaint myself. So we have Slynight playing a Crane Dragon. My favorite Crane. I know Scorp's probably more popular right now. He's got some fairly standard. He does have the 3 Maya Mystics, which are painfully required nowadays. But he does have the 2 Indomitable Wills. I think Crane just has so many good conflict characters to choose from. They don't really have to splash for Tattoo Wanderer, which is an excellent conflict character, but you know. And the 2 Indomitable Wills, which I like quite a bit, seeing I can get some pretty huge characters when they're honored. Just waiting for the game to start. So yeah, let's see. Standard row, Magistrate Station. I hear it's good. Uh, economy's good with fertile fields, and he's entrenched over Rally on the box, which I think is the more popular choice, but you see Rally a fair bit. Okay, let's look over at Lion. This is a classic like core set matchup here. Let's see. What's going with Lion? He is going with the Dragon Splash as well. So see a bunch of Dragon cards, even though Dragon's not involved. 3 Let Goes, standard. And Tattoo Wanderers, I guess just for a good conflict character, but also for that covert that Lion does not have a lot of. Um, Imperial Librarian, there's an interesting one. +1 Glory. Huh. Okay, we'll see if that comes into play very often here. And Yoritomo, nice. If you're going to play Charge, I guess there's nothing wrong with playing Yoritomo. Let's see how we're doing on okay, so looks like Kaipan's just coming in here. Let's see. Let's double check. Oh, I'm not talking to myself. That's cool. Um, so, what else we got? One Aegis Crone, which is interesting. I know some people either love it or don't have it at all in their deck. I like it quite a bit, just to sort of seal the game, or against Crane, for example, or Scorpion that just have a ton of events. 2 sneaks, always great to Legion of Wonder sneaks. 1 assassination, so that's just kind of like the threat. So the single threat of assassination. So people open deck lists, it's always good to have 1, I think, so people don't just value town all their 2 drops for like 2-3 fate. 2 Censures, that's interesting. You don't. I know that goes in and out of vogue with Lion decks. To have the Censures, to have the cancels ready. Triple Stand Your Ground. That's an interesting one. So, I mean, Honoring Tech obviously has the Fire Ring, which we'll be going for a lot. He has Honored General. Um, Triple Stand Your Ground. We'll see how much that comes into play. Let's check back on, see how we're doing on the game. No. Okay. 1 reservist. Uh, yeah, I can see it. I mean, it's just simply not as good as the Tattooed Wanderer. So we cut conflict characters there, and tons of events. Triple for shame, um, which makes some sense. I mean, let's see how many courtiers are we talking about here. Oh, we got the prodigies. Okay, with the prodigies, yeah, there's quite a bit, and I think the librarian is also a courtier. Um, oh, and we have the stealth and a yeah. So there's plenty of courtiers in this particular build. Only 2 Tuturis. So 2 Tuturis. A Yoritomo, Honor Generals, those are kind of the main charge targets here, so 6 of them. I mean, obviously, nothing wrong with charging Alliance by Brawler or a Spirit Caller to get some of the other stuff. Oh, 7 Legions, sorry. How could I miss that? That's a big charge target. Okay, so yeah, lots of big stuff to charge, as per usual. Okay, that's plenty about. Let's just double check the crane list and see what we got here for things to talk about. Oh, one Hotaru. Yeah, you often see two. We've seen two Tengu Senseis. He's new. He's cool. Um, so a lot of people commented that when he gets clouded, his stats just aren't there to sort of justify the cost, which I can see. But I mean, there's a few cloud targets for. Is there? I guess Challenger's definitely cloud target, Hotaru and Yoshi. So I mean, there's only so many clouds to go around, and you have the Maya Mystics and the Let Goes. So I think Sensei's a pretty strong character. I mean, certainly at kind of stopping a more aggressive decks with his ability, or tower decks. Stopping the tower from being able to attack is pretty good. Yep. Let's see, triple guest of honor. Yeah, that's the rest. Artisan Academy. Okay, not something you always see, but I think it's a good card draw mechanism. You can even make some magic stations slightly stronger. That's not bad. I got the three voice of honor, one censure, two assassinations, one admit defeat. Admit defeat I see in crane decks, not always. Single a noble shame, a noble sacrifice. I guess this is not the Scorp build with the two mark of shame, so harder to get off. Triple policy debate. Yep. Two Iron Warriors and two rivals. Sometimes you see 3 and 1 or something like that, and 3 sneaks. Yeah, so the maximum contingent of conflict characters. You should see, I'm sure, a lot of one character passing, or even just no character passing from Crane in this game. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I might have done a whole bunch of talking with nobody hearing me. If the volume's okay or everything's going okay, just if you could mention it in the chat, just so I know everything's fine. Of course, it's always a funny question because if you can't hear me, you're not going to mention anything. But I can double check if I don't get any messages. Thank you, Worker Bees. Okay, we'll just check in on the players. Kaipan's probably just taking a few minutes to jump in here. So what do people in the chat think of this particular matchup? I certainly know the general consensus is that Lion has been left behind a little bit. Painful, as Lion was my original clan, and I kind of popped around a little bit, but left behind a little bit in the last couple cycles. And certainly Crane, I think's gotten some really good stuff. Not a ton of it, but the stuff that they have slotted into their deck in the last cycle is quite good. Magistrate Station, obviously, Soul Beyond Reproach. Is kind of the main stuff from the last cycle. Oh, I think Medicine Iron Warrior was also, Ebb and Flow. So they've gotten some stronger stuff than Lion. So I think this matchup was fairly even before, and it might have been tipped a little bit towards Crane, but Lion can always just high roll and just win more than any other clan, I think. Just have these incredible starts or incredible mid games that just can't fight against. Mostly based around Yujiaki, I find, but he's there. He happens. He can be recurred. So you got characters with a lot of glory, so they can stand for favor when they have to. Stuff like that. So with both decks packing Censure, and obviously Yoshi and Yujiaki in the decks, then I think favor is a pretty big deal. This matchup. Sometimes it's just shrug, or one clan wants it and the other one just doesn't want them to have it. So it's less of an issue. But here I think it's kind of, they definitely won't both want it. Yeah. Okay, looks like we're ready to start. I'll get it big. Let's see. For now I can increase the size a little bit. Probably when the boards get a little bigger, I'll have to shrink it back down. But oh, well, one thing I totally didn't notice and should have commented on is that Lion players on Yoji no Shiro instead of name suddenly for I can't believe I just forgot the new box instead of the new box with the extra conflict. So It's another interesting twist sort of here. Okay, we see some early mulligans from the dynasty. 2 for Crane, 3 for Lion. I mean, Lion obviously, and they're going first. You know, they'll mulligan hard for Lion Sprite Brawler, so pretty good. Yep, there you go. There was the one that wasn't. I was about to say the one that wasn't mulligan is probably Lion Sprite Brawler. Only one Noble Sack in the Crane deck, so you can load up this Lion Sprite Brawler without a ton of fear. And you know, the Crane's not playing Cloud the Mind, so it's nice to have an unclouded Lion Sprite Brawler. And it's got a pretty good charge targeting the Honor General. So on the Crane side, so I expect to see that Lion Sprite, oh, maybe the Berserker and the Brawler, we'll see. But he might just go for Passing Fate, which is probably what I would do in this case. So we got a Cautious Scout, which is quite good in the situation. I mean, Lion's Row can be a little daunting as well. No, it's not Dragon-esque, but it can be scary. And a Brash Samurai, also strong. And you know, because once it honors itself on defense, can't just be, well, it can be bowed with Lion Box. And then a Hotaru for sort of next round. Okay, so that's the buy. Doesn't buy anything at all, which is not unusual in this situation because the Brawler is just going to bow it anyway. And there's tons of conflict characters for Crane, so they can just get around the bow by waiting for the attack and dropping the conflict character. Oh, hi, Eric. Got Lion versus Crane. This is classic stuff. Worlds matchup from last year, as I remember at finals. They both suck in 5 cards, which I think is what we'll be seeing for the rest of the game. Until maybe some assassinations drop or something, and then somebody's got to lower their bid slightly. But we have Air. We have Crane with all its self-honoring, and Lion's got a bunch too, plus they'll be going Fire, so Honor will just be flying around. Okay, considering first attack. I mean, the Brawler can be bowed by the box. I mean, if you have Ready for Battle, you can unbow it. I mean, you could attack with the Berserker and try to wait on the Brawler, but I don't think you're going to get a bow with it anyway, because the conflict character will come down just when he wants to use it. But you could save Brawler for, like, say, trying to get honored on Shameful Display or something like that. Or if he has a fan to prevent the bow or Ready for Battle. Okay, looks like he's going to go after the Brash Samurai. It's a good choice. It's a strong character. I almost would think about the Cautious Scout, but then I've been playing a lot of Dragon lately, and Cautious Scout I hate with a passion. You know, how dare they equalize my awful Province row. No defense, obviously. Oh, hits Magistrate Station. Sneak comes down. Ooh, takes the last Fate. I don't know if Dragons, the Lion decks, that Fate. Oh, charge. No charge then. That's a good play. So I wonder if he has another conflict character to get honored, which would be quite bad. Oh, Assassination. So one of the 2 assassinations, it's dropped quite strong. Especially with him losing the charge and his last Fate. So there's to be no conflict characters, and this Magistrate Station is safe. So a conflict character with Way of the Crane is unfortunate, I guess, for Lion at this point. Because he's I mean, he's still got 2 more Fate on the Brawler. Though he might have to eat a Void Ring, say Political Void or something. Here on that is 2 more Fate on the Brawler, but you know, being down 6 Fate, you really want to get a break the first turn. You know, you invested quite heavily into this turn. So Goblin Sneak hits Feast or Famine. Really strong if he's got a pump here, because there's no way that Lion will get a conflict character on the table to steal the Goblin Sneak's Fate, which is not the biggest deal in the world. So looking like a pretty solid turn for Crane this so far. You know, if maybe if Lion has a fan, I don't know if there's any fans in his deck actually, or some way that he can go in and break that Magistrate Station, even a Ready for Battle in a Court Games, for example. He does have fans, so that type of thing. Nope, looks like maybe not. He blocks the Brawler blocks the Feast or Famine play, so obviously he's worried about losing it at this point. He wants to force Crane to go to the other, you know, nasty provinces to break later. Oh, emit defeat. The one of emit defeat comes out, but they're ready for battle. Yeah, always a little dangerous. Stewart. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try for a different type of bow, more complicated bow. But Lionsbred Brawler's also and running. He's also a courtier and running 3 for shame. So we get the same thing. Now we're on fire here, which I don't think is a well. No, it is. I mean, you can straighten the Steward, or you can just dishonor the Lionsbred Brawler. I don't know if that's a big deal. I don't know how much the Lion player wants to invest here. I mean, he has a 4 card advantage. He's way down on Fate, but the 4 cards is a valuable advantage certainly against Crane. So let's see what kind of investment he wants to make. It's currently not breaking. And 4 cards in hand, I mean, sure, Bonsai's ever present, or he could have a Katana, but chances are not to have a military pump here. Just wait and see. Take the fire ring. I mean, you obviously want to win this on defense, get your Fate, really, really be happy about that, but oh, no. Well, there you go. Get the Bonsai. Um, I would imagine if he had the one of Assassinate, it would have come down kind of at the. Oh, look at that. Answers with his own for shame. Waiting on that. But the Bonsai was split wisely. So, wow. 2 for shames. Sorry. 2 for shames come down on the from the Lion player. So I guess he did want to invest quite heavily, which forces the menacing Iron Warrior down with 1 Fate, which is not bad. I mean, Crane's a rich clan, but certainly at this point, not going to be. Now, really, I mean, he fire. Oh, fire, yeah. It's unfortunate because he can honor the menacing Iron Warrior and stand it up with Magistrate Station and then go break another province. And probably get off a Void Ring, I would think. Maybe Earth because he's down 4 cards. Either one is pretty good. Yeah, Crane is definitely firing on all cylinders with that draw. I wonder what his other 2 cards were. Yeah, Magistrate Station is just such an awful province to hit early, with no way to break it. Okay, let's see what the ring choice is, which also means that important favor will be going to Crane for sure. Okay, hits Art of War, um, not bad, but being down 2 province breaks to Crane, who can be quite explosive, especially in this matchup where they can get a really high chance of breaking on political on Lion. So you're down 2 breaks, and trading breaks is just not an option going forward. We see a court games to not break the Art of War. I can see it. You don't want to be so far down, but kind of at the same time, because I don't think Crane's going to invest cards to break this. So he loses on the Earth. Yeah, he wants to equalize card hand sizes, so he's willing to leave the Brawler around for that extra round. Okay, so I gotta think Lions focused heavily on getting rid of this Magistrate Station because going down 15 cards, there's gonna be Way of the Cranes in hand next turn. So, or going 15 cards into your deck. Yeah, I think Eric, I think you're right there. Like the Berserker and the Brawler and Yujin Noshiro, I think, and just being Lion, I think he would have broke that first province. I don't know if the Brawler was that valuable on defense. I mean, you think, oh, what if it hit Shameful, etc. But I think there's such a chance you got to take. But we'll see how it all pans out in the end. Oh, another Brawler. Oh, but second player. Do you buy this Brawler a second player or not? I mean, it's obviously a very good character. Crane's got Crane probably will get the passing fate, but they have a lot of cheap stuff. I mean, or you could go for Satoshi. Is he good right now? He can get you more. He can get you keepers. Obviously, Honor General, your Tomo, probably way better for charge here. Only one more sneak in the Crane's deck. I don't know if you want to go down to one fate though. So Lion's thinking this one over. I'm not sure. I mean, if you buy Brawler, I don't know if there'll be two. Oh, he does go with General. Okay. I would guess no charge in hand then, or maybe the charge is for Yoritomo. Well, no. Charging Yoritomo with 0 fate is not particularly great. So this Cautious Scout, though, will do a lot of work on these Lion provinces. Here. Yeah, the Lion does run 3 Let Goes and 3 Tattoo Wanderers. That's his splash. So yeah, no attachments is good. We see Slynight go for 5 and Lion go for 3. Applying some, I guess dropping the 5 honor is definitely a thing. Don't know, might be a little early. I suppose you're still 7 to 8 cards, not a big deal. Just make him think about that second assassinate if he has it. Yeah. So Cautious Scout hit Shameful Display. Kind of got a, guided missile towards that province. Obviously, you don't want to lose Shameful. You probably as Lion can pretty easily defend this with Honor General. Yeah. You don't. Obviously, Honor General is pretty valuable on attack now too, and you really want to break that Magistrate Station. So we'll see what he's able to put into that. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you guys let me know if you want me to do more mousing over the cards. I know people have mentioned before that I don't do enough of that. I just kind of assume everyone knows all the cards, which is not true, or remembers them all. Okay, so we got the military. It was a military conflict, so yeah, that was a... Oh, no, still deciding. He may not defend this. It'd be 5 to 3. There's already been a bonsai used for Crane, so I mean, defends with a Tattooed Wanderer, which means he's losing the Void, but I guess he's okay with that because Crane's got a big fate advantage, but their board is going to be. I mean, he's going to have lesser board next turn, so yeah. I think I can see the line here because you just want honored. Still, obviously, no charge, I guess, in hand for. Or I suppose maybe saving it because charge, brawler, and defense is not great. Tattoo Wanderer comes down as character. Which I'm sure you wouldn't mind having as an attachment as well. But Crane's running 3 Let Goes, so probably don't want to have any attachment except the 0 costs. We'll see what Crane's got as a pump here. I think all it would be is the 2 bonsais. Let's do a double check. I mean, you can have the second assassination. Yep. 2 bonsais. That would be that. And more conflict characters. Quite a few. Or one of the 2 bonsais. Okay. So we get a Legion of 1, which takes Lion to winning this conflict. Yeah, I just noticed in this Crane board, it's a strange lack of political skill and strange surfeit of military skill here. Okay, Crane thinking over their options. Ways of the Crane. Okay, yeah. You can stand him up for Magistrate Station protection. I mean, we knew that kind of thing was going to happen. Oh, on a Soul Behind Reproach. Interesting. Oh, Voice of Honor. Okay, yeah, he wants 2 for Voice of Honor. I was thinking, why do the Menacing Iron Warrior? So he does have 6, 7, 8 if he wants it military skill to protect this Magistrate Station. 8 with the favor. Oh, the second bonsai does come out. Oof! Wow. Now he's threatening the break. What does Lion have to answer this? I mean, they have a lot more military pumps. He's probably shaking his head a little bit at that second, finding the second bonsai so early. But Lion does have its own bonsai. but Voice of Honor cancels it, which was a bit telegraphed by the Soul Beyond Reproach. I mean, maybe, maybe not. Crane's hand is down to 4, so I'm sure the Lion player is thinking, he can't have this, he can't have that, but he does. So it looks like this Shameful Display is going to break. So we're down Feast of Famine broke and Shameful Display broke so far. Hmm. Whew, which means if Lion goes all out to kill this Magistrate Station, which is definitely appealing, they face the third break this turn. So, looks like I think a Military Water actually, and bow the Menacing Iron Warrior. If you get it, I think that would probably be because oh no, you have Blind Spy Brawler too, so you could bow out the with a water. You could bow out the rest of the board. I mean, yeah, I guess you could do your Honor Pressure, continue it with the air, which it's just one, and there's a 2 honored characters. I think water would be the choice. I mean, chat might um, disagree with me, but if you went military water, you'd be at with box 6, 10, 10, 11. 11 mil is tough to deal with, and the Pride Brawler can bow things. So I think like a mil water, but he might just defend with everything. Might be the way to go and just get this Magistrate Station off the board so you can stabilize a bit. So we see a mill water, which just drives an all defense from Crane, is to be expected. Does get the player a fate, so I guess charges back on the table, but nothing you really want to charge. It takes it up to 11, so we got 11 to 7 skill. I would think that he's going to use second Goblin Sneak. To 2 Goblin Sneaks in the deck. Still breaking. So I'm guessing he's going to use Magistrate Station to stand the Cautious Scout. Which, yeah. Oh no, because if he does, then it'll be bowed by the Brawler. Slynight plays his last Bonsai. It is Military Fest for Crane here. All 3 Bonsais. So the Defender's now winning. We'll see if Lion, who should be having all the military pumps, has another one. Well, they don't have Legion of 1. So they have 2 Bonsais and 3 Katanas in hand that could possibly take this one. Because if he doesn't break, it's kind of bad news bears. Because the Magistrate Station will stand up the Cautious Scout. Nope. Oh. Okay, so Magistrate Station's used there. That's good, because at least it's used. So even if you don't break, the Cautious Scout is not going to be attacking back at you. And Crane has 2 cards and 3 fates, so not sure they'll be taking their political attack this turn. Yep. So it looks like Magistrate Station's gonna stick around for another turn. Certainly not what the Lion wanted out of this. And Favor stays with the Crane. So board-wise, I'd say they're about equal. I mean, Honor General is going to stick around for an extra round, but Slynight does have 3 more fate. So he Crane's up 2 breaks, equal board, a little bit more equal-ish board plus fate. Hand size only 1 more. So yeah, Lion's still trying to come back from this. He does have a 2 fate air ring. It's not the best, but certainly that'll help get the fate more in line. Okay, Yoritomo is given up on. Yeah, in this type of fast-paced sort of matchup, I don't know if you're ever going to sit on that much fate for Yoritomo. And who knows, you might not draw on the charge. The question will be, what's the bid going to be interesting? I mean, cards are good, but I guess a 1 bid puts a lot of pressure on the Crane. And it keeps them off cards, although they've been through every military card they have almost yet. Okay, we see a Gunzo, flip up Ujiaki, not on a Broken Province, so that's probably not at all what he wanted to see without the favor. And we see a Guest of Honor, yep, coming in here. So kind of another reason to bid 1, because Guest of Honor is going to stop you from playing a lot of events anyway. Kaipan passes. So if he does pick up an air ring or a ring with fate, he's doing okay for next round. He's just got to hopefully defend this third break or have a really good board position for next round. But Guest of Honor is going to cause a problem heading into the stronghold, I would think. We see a bit of 2 from Crane and a bit of 1 from Lion. So yeah, he's going to try to keep the hand sizes down. They're equalized now. Yeah, I mean, that's Eric's mentioning he should go 5. It's just Lion is, I mean, Crane's just getting so much extra honor from their honored characters that it's going to be really hard to do them. The problem I think with going 5 though is the Guest of Honor. You can use it in the conflict it's not going to be in. I suppose there's 3 other conflicts, but just the kind of probably the one you really want to use it in, it won't happen. Okay, so I would imagine it's round 2 of trying to break the Magistrate Station. Again, I mean, Ujiaki is not a great charge target. I mean, you could charge him and then pull him back with favorable ground for your political defense. It's not shabby, too shabby for one fate in a card, but so he does. Again, it's a big military attack. It's even if Guest of Honor gets involved, so he can't play events. And all the bonsais are used. He could come in with, let's see, with box at 6, 10. Yeah, I don't see that stopping. He could go all in. If there's no defense, because Crane just abandons, you can always pull back the Gonzo, for example, or maybe even the Honored General. It's a bit risky to pull back the Honored General, just in case there's a conflict character. Okay, we see some passes. He's just thinking about the ring. Yep, takes the money. I understand. I always got to take the most money, even if it's not the best ring. I guess at three honor, it is a really good ring here because even if Crane didn't want to defend, they kind of have to. They can't drop to 1 honor. I mean, they can. They have a cautious scout, but still, it's somewhat dangerous. So sneak, I think, is what would be classic token defense here. Of course, this does leave Lion completely undefended at this point from attacks, so wouldn't surprise me if the Gunzo headed back from favorable ground. I don't see what Crane could really do to stop the Honor General at this point from breaking this. So I mean, we're at 2 to 5, 6 with the box. Although the Gunzo, it's not like he's going to stop a political attack. It'd be nice to honor him too for next round. So I'm not sure. Depends what he has in hand. I guess the Honor General could head back if he's got a military pump. Because we know Crane should be fairly low on military pumps at this point, as in none. So, but the Gunzo, yeah, would need a Legion of 1 or another Bonsai, or sword wouldn't do it. So you need more than a sword. Okay, thinking things over. Slynight is passed on defense, so I mean a pass breaks it, but I would imagine he's going through this favorable ground thought process. Oh yeah, with air, I mean air was a tougher choice than I imagined too, because there is a keeper involved with fire. So I mean, it's the extra fate I guess that drew him over, because he could dishonor the Goblin Sneak, which is kind of like air, because he doesn't need the honor. Or he could turn off Voice of Honor on the Cautious Scout. Yeah, okay, that was interesting. I certainly understand going for the more fate and denying the 2 fate from your opponent. But fire was also pretty juicy there. Okay, so the Gunzo goes home, so he can defend the military conflict. Obviously, I think the Crane's got the political pretty in the bag. Yep. Okay, Magistrate Station is gone. Great for Lion. Now they just got to go through all the secret provinces that can give Crane money and cards and shameful display. No problem. Okay, Cautious Scout's going to go for Art of War to try to get that third break and no additional cards. Yeah, this is a tough one because there's no conflict character that Crane has that can stand up to. I guess he's just got to stop this third break, so that Guest of Honor will take the third break on the Art of War, not go for the Stronghold. Because the Stronghold's rally, so I guess he could hold it off for one turn. Because Guest of Honor's not going to break a mill, but defends the Art of War because Cautious Scout is going away at the end of this turn. So at least Art of War will be turned on for cards, which when you're at hand size 4 and bidding 1, 3 cards is pretty nice. We know the last province for Lion is manicured, I guess. Yeah, manicured. So I would think the Crane will head there if they're going to make a political attack. Giving him a fate seems better than giving Lion 3 cards. Crone comes down. Okay. Now it's just going to get. Maybe it's a fan to prevent the bow from Crane Box. So the Gunzo, yeah, is dishonored. That's another. I mean, you had to defend, but that's unfortunate because now you got a blank Gunzo. Hopefully, he gets 300 next turn. Okay, Crone, do you have a fan here? Now, Lion's hand size is down to, with that Earth claim, its hand size is swung fairly heavily. It gets rid of a let go. Not a big deal. It's a dead card in his hand anyway. So, attacks with the Crone fire. Wonder if he has another conflict character. I mean, this is just going to get bowed by Green Box, right? Right away. There's no. And he doesn't have the political favor. So, Manicure Gardens hit. It's a fate, Seeker Fate, and then another fate from the province. So, nice big economy jump for Crane here. Oh, I can show the decks, no problem. Let's see. Quick, and I'll jump back. So we have the this is the Crane deck, and I'll jump back. Let's put it on the screen here for a little bit, and then you can get a sense of it. And then I'll go back to the action, and then I'll show the line in a bit when there's another lull. Okay. Okay. So Crane's thinking this over. I wonder what they're thinking. So, I wonder what they're thinking about with the box. They could want to use it on offense if there's another conflict character. Because if you go manicured and well, I know he doesn't have another crone, but if you drop anything with a political skill, you could stop the break on manicured, which is pretty valuable to Crane. So they're probably thinking over whether they use the box or I don't know another assassinate that they have, etc. Assassinate. No, they can't assassinate. Not only would it cost 1 fate, but it would cost them the game. So, okay, so I'll pop over and show the Lion deck while we're just checking on that decision. So here is the deck of the Lion. Kind of at the beginning, had some time to go over both these decks and talk about some of the things I found quite different and interesting. I think the Lion deck's a little more non-standard. Well, the Stronghold itself is non-standard than the Crane deck. Triple stand your ground, so I would imagine by now we're going to see one of that come in on the Honor General. Okay, let's see how. Okay, so sorry, I'll catch up on this conflict. The box was bowed, stopping the Ageless Crone, so the Crone picked up the fate, basically, there and revealed Manicure Garden. So Crane ended up with more fate out of that exchange. Guest of Honor heads in on Void. Yeah, wants to try to get rid of this Honor General for next turn. Pass, quick one. Breaks. Oof, tough for Lion. Because now fates almost equal hand sizes in favor of Crane. Next turn boards will be, let's call it roughly equal. The Gunzo is dishonored, but then going after turns after that, Crane's got a pretty big advantage. So. Crane does pick up another honor from the Cautious Scouts, so you know, it's dishonor strategy gonna be tough for Lion to pull off. Oh boy, Tengu Sensei, that with a dupe. and another. I mean, he could go all. Well, I don't think he needs another guest of honor, but he could get Tengu Sensei, dupe it, and Sami, and just covert around. Well, actually, looking at Lions, not much to covert around here. Prodigy, if he buys it, I guess. Spirit Caller doesn't help that much to covert around, and Ikikata has covert, but this looks quite bad. Oh, he buys Sensei with 2 Fate. I guess he's envisioning this game going longer than I am. I suppose he's got a lot of Fate. It's okay. But he can dupe it to go to 3 if he wants. I would think he'll also buy Asami. Maybe he has conflict characters in hand. Lions box profits is Rally, Eric. So 6 strength with a Sensei military is still not that hard to come. Well, actually, no, I say that, but we know all the pumps are gone. So so you might be able to stave it off for a round, or drop a Stewart for a poke attack to get rid of the rally, etc. Okay, we see Lions Pride Brawler come out. Sorry, Spirit Caller come out. Which again is nice. Nice to have it not against the waves, not clouded, to be in that matchup like the old days. Art of War. Oh, sorry, am I wrong? I thought it was Rally. Oh, Entrenched. Sorry about that. Oh, it's Entrenched. Okay, that's why I didn't see Ancestral Lands, and I just assumed it was Rally, but you're right. It is actually Entrenched. Interesting. I guess for the Mirror, for Unicorn, etc. Interesting one. So yeah, political attack. Base strength 6. Sami's bot, so base strength 9 with no honoring. So I have to think Lion's going to buy some more characters here. Has to. Ikihara, yeah. And the Spirit Caller can get back Ujiaki, which is a pretty beefy political blocker. So that could be enough. I mean, not being able to play any events or Crane. Slynight passes first. Doesn't have enough for the rival, which would obviously be a killer here. Well, I suppose he's already coverting. Well, he's not. Yeah, the covert's not actually worth that much, given the Lions board. So is he gonna go for the cards or go for honor pressure, or try to close out that way, if he can? So bids are being chosen. Yeah, I think you're right, Eric. In this case, Hatoro would be better. I mean, getting off double rings on these attacks be pretty great. And stopping one of the lion characters from attacking, I don't think is very crucial at this point. Okay, so yeah, Kaipan does go for the cards. Gives back 2 honor to the Crane, and pretty much equalizes the hands here. But yeah, I guess fans, get some fans here. Guest of Honor's obviously going to cause big problems for any 4 shames he wants to play, although he's down to 1, I believe. He's played 2 4 shames. All 3 4 shames, so no 4 shame option. So court games and fans, I think, are the relevant political buffs for Lion. Yep. Oh, you're right, Baron. Fell. Doing the covert on the crone, pretty good. You don't want to be limited to only 3 events. Although I guess Guest of Honor stops Lion anyway from playing events, because same way Lion would only be able to play a certain number of events. If you keep Crone out, and Ikihara can be bowed by the box unless he gets something, then there's really Ujiaki alone from the Spirit Caller's defense. Crane's going for the kill too when they take a political favor against Lion. Okay, so we get a Tengu Sensei attack um, here, coverting. Looks like it'll be the military attack. No, it's the political. Okay. Yeah, with Asami on board too is another reason that Lion should just abandon any kind of honor pressure. This is going to be a water ring, so you can battle the Ageless Crone or the Gunzo. Okay, so we got a political skill 10 attack. You can defend with Ikihara. Hopefully you've got a fan or court games or something to keep him from being bowed. Spirit Caller in Ujiaki. Uh, and that gets you up to, well, let's assume it's court games or a fan. So that gets you up to 9, which will defend your box. I mean, Crane does need 12 to, sorry, it's entrenched. Sorry, they need 7. So they need to be 7 over. It'll get you somewhere. Oh, Kaipan does not defend. I think this is the the towel going into the ring. Then. Oh, he flips up Yoritomo. Okay. Oh, that's a neat choice. I gotcha. So he gets a 7/7 into the conflict. Obviously now, not playing cards is not a bad thing because you want to keep all your unless you play court games or something free. Oh, you can't, right? Guest of honor. Oh, for shame. So I guess it doesn't matter how big that Yoritomo that Yoritomo is because the classic Stewart and for shame combo comes down and it's a good game. Okay, that's let me see. I don't have it on this browser, but I'll go check. That's the first game of Greece versus Italy. So Greece is up 1-0, and we'll have to see how the rest of the game goes. So thanks everybody for watching and commenting. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, World Cup's on again. That's great. Okay, bye.